Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. We have a really great presentation for you tonight, and also today is Theresa's birthday, so we prepared a special video for her. I hope you all enjoy it. Happy 55, Theresa.
Thank you.
Ain't it fun?
It's your birthday today. Happy 55th birthday! Grab your goodies. Open your gifts. To anybody in the audience who's had a birthday today, happy birthday to you.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed
Brian.
that, Theresa.
Awesome music.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad everybody could join us.
Fantastic day today. Just want you to know I'm having a great birthday, and this is a good way to end it, having a Mandela effect video with all my friends and everybody, and I'm excited to be here. This means a lot to me, what you guys are doing for me. Thank you.
If your birthday is Mandela affected, we could have it again tomorrow, Theresa.
You might wake up and you're only like 45 or something. Who knows?
I might forget. I'll be like tomorrow. I'm like, no, I didn't have a show yesterday. That never existed.
It's Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. We'll do it again and again and again.
Again and again and repeat.
Well, the good news is, guys, I don't have to work until next Monday, so I can be on all night if you guys want to go.
An all-nighter? I don't know.
I'm going to work tomorrow.
Get the Red Bull, maybe.
Celebrating my birthday all week and stuffing my face down with free coupons of food.
Sweet.
My text can't keep up, so I'll shout them out. Hey, what's up, Sheena? What's up, Anita? What's up, Yellow Sun? Tammy Backrath, Sandy Diva,
Hey,
Frankie
everybody.
Aponte. Oh, thank you for coming on such short notice. Hey, Sharon, good to see you.
I want Tom
Hey,
to join
Sean.
too.
Lots of birthday wishes to you, Theresa.
Thank you, everybody. I've been told today by a lot of people that I don't look 55. If you want to flash a picture of me, Brian.
Yeah,
The one that I sent you at Denny's.
Oh,
yes.
you didn't see the intro, Theresa. He had all your pictures from Denny's up.
Pictures were from
No,
Denny's.
I'm busy sending things to people to tell them to come join the show.
Hey, what's up, Lisa Sullivan? Hey, Ninja981. Hey, how's it going? So let's talk MEs. So Theresa, you've prepared a bunch of them. Why don't you go ahead and lay some of them on us?
Brian.
What?
I like to talk about the little trees first, because that one really bothers me. The air freshener for cars.
All right, let me bring up the
I want to
picture.
know what you guys remember
Okay,
about the little trees.
Okay.
That one really, yeah.
Gloria, you want to help clarify that a little bit? Like, do you know about the little trees, Mandela effect?
No, actually, I didn't get a chance to talk to Theresa about them today.
Okay, so guys, all of you out there, maybe there's some of you out there that worked in automotive before or in a place where they sell these things, air fresheners. What do you remember? Do you remember little tree or little tree little trees or little tree air fresheners? Which one?
Little tree.
I always thought it was little tree.
Yeah, little
Apparently
tree.
It's always been little trees.
Yeah, and I sent you residue, Brian. I can also send it to you again if you like.
If you don't mind, send me a few of them. You don't have to do a whole bunch.
I got tons. Miss Residue Hunter here.
Teresa's working on her birthday, huh?
Oh man, we got a bunch of people remembering Little Tree.
Brian, will be here soon.
Stonebender, Yellow Sun says trees. Tammy says tree. Sean Sullivan says tree. Ninja says tree. Lisa, Pete. Wow, everybody's saying Little Tree.
I'm gonna go ahead and let me get the residue real quick.
All right, let me show you what it looks like now, guys, and tell me if it looks weird. I was at somebody's house in their garage.
I have some really good residue.
I was at somebody's house in the garage, and they were telling me how there's like this cat that lives in their garage, so they have to keep it smelling nice, and they have this air freshener hanging down. I was like, Little Trees? No, that can't be right. And that was about the same time you told me about it.
I got the residue. Here we go. I have some really good residue to show this. And it even says Little Tree. Here you go. Where does these little trees come from? I'm going to hit you with residue.
Okay, Brian, just off the top of my head, I remember the little tree being in Ocean's 11 when they were in the SWAT van at the end of the movie. They had the little tree thing hanging from the front of the van. So I don't know if you could maybe see if that changed or not.
I'm sure it did. It probably did with the reality.
Yeah, probably. I just said that's what I remember it from the movies. But I mean, everyone had those fresheners. I'm sure, should know that it was Little Tree.
Oh wow, Teresa's sending me some stuff here.
I went to town on this one because this one really bothered me. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Teresa.
Good residue.
Yeah, let me share it with everybody, okay? Hold on.
Yeah, when I look for residue, I don't do it a little at a time. I do it a lot at a time. Because the more you have, the better. You know what I mean?
Yes, and where does it say? Where did those little tree air fresheners on rear view mirrors come from? Right there. And right here.
Good residue, Brian?
Yeah, the Magic Tree air freshener. Where does it come from? Hang on, I got more. More coming.
More coming.
Are you presenting, Brian? Because I don't see anything. Maybe it's just my computer.
Yeah, it's okay. I just presented. I got more coming.
Okay.
It's a slight delay, so I apologize, folks.
And here's one where they were actually sued, and it's even on a law thing, and it says tree.
The great story behind the Little Tree air fresheners commonly used in cars. The story behind Little Tree. It says Little Tree car air fresheners. You guys see that? Yeah, so what other I'm gonna share one more residue, and then mostly everybody's remembering Little Tree.
One more, Brian. Let me see to one more.
Okay.
One more.
Wow.
This is a really good one. This one I'm going to send you right now is a really good one. Ready?
Okay.
There.
Let's talk about Stanley's death too while we're sharing the residue. What happened to him exactly? He just died today.
And people remember him dying before, and I do too. And can we ask the audience, ask the chat room, how many people remember the Stan Lee, famous comic book guy? He used to did he write them or did he draw them? Corey, I don't know really much about him. Was he a writer or was he an artist?
He was the original creator of the Avengers, the X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, everything. Him and Jack Kirby did them all. And as far as in my reality, I don't want to step on other realities. I never heard of him passing away, so that's just my opinion. So it could have happened to you guys. You know what I mean?
Wow, I remember it as clear as day. Holy cow. I want to say like a year and a half ago to 2 years. And I
Okay.
remember it as clear as day. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a shame. I guess he's not going to be making his show anymore, you know? Wow. When I found that out today, I was like, no way.
He's made some personal appearances also, Brian. I want to make a point of this on the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Because they were.
Yes.
He's done a bunch of the guys on there are really big. I'm going to say it, geeks on comic books and superheroes, and you always see them in there going through the books, you know, flipping through them. And so Stan Lee's been on there a few times, and I wanted to bring that up.
Well, the latest movie that was out for Marvel was Ant-Man and the Wasp, and he was in that movie.
Yes,
like
he was.
He always does a cameo, like real quick.
So was that the last one he was in?
I think so, unless they tape something for the next one that's not out or something. But as far as I know, that would be the last one, I would think.
He was 95 years old, but it doesn't say what he died of. What did he die of? He had a number of ailments.
I don't know.
Pneumonia. What happened?
You have a few people in the chat right now. It's like kind of a 50-50 split. People remember him dying. Does anybody remember how he died in the first reality? I don't remember.
I don't know. That little Pikachu caught my attention for a second there.
No, I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. For anybody in the chat knows his films, like Clerks and Mallrats and stuff, and like he always had like he was a big Stan Lee guy, and he had him on his show all the time, and he was always there. So I just like if he would have died like I don't know a month ago or something, then I could see maybe, but like 2 or 3 years ago, like it's way too long. Because I mean, like I even have friends that have comic book stores, and believe me, it would be a whole big thing if Stan Lee died. Like it would be retarded.
No one's saying what he died of. I mean, what did he die of?
Yeah, no, I don't know either. It come out today, and I don't know. Might be just old age or something.
I wish I could remember what it was the first time. You know, Ken remembers it. Kenneth remembers him dying like that too. A couple of years ago, I was talking to him this morning. Actually, he's trying to join the chat. I mean, he's trying to join the panel, but he's having a hard time for some reason.
All right. Do you have the link? Can you send him the link?
I sent it to him, but he's saying, can you email it to him so he can do it through his phone?
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
Very mistakenly, Stan Lee is dead. What? Hey, Brian, your mom said Suri tells mistakenly that Stan Lee is dead. Whoa.
The death of it says right here. CNN says the death is not yet known.
What?
The cause of death is not yet known. In other words, they don't know what he died of.
That doesn't make sense.
Didn't he sell his stuff out to Disney like recently?
No, that was Marvel. What happened was that back in the day when Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did their Marvel thing, they didn't know anything about licenses and control of characters. So pretty much all the stuff they did, that Stan Lee wasn't like a billionaire or anything. He lost all his money because when Marvel took over, they took all the rights to his characters, and then Marvel ended up selling to Disney. So they owned all his property. So like his name is attached to everything being his characters, but like I'm sure he gets, some kind of money out of it. But I mean, if he could have owned them himself, like his own personal rights, I mean, like kind of George Lucas kind of thing, he could have made billions of dollars like off of those characters.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
You know, the funny thing about it is when I remember him dying 2 years ago, Brian, I don't remember how he died either. And that's why I want maybe Keith remembers how. I don't remember them saying how he died.
Well, let's
So-
take a vote. Let's take a vote. When did Stanley die for you in the audience? Take a vote right now.
Well, most people are saying between a year and a half. Same thing I'm saying.
Some people said 2017.
Yeah.
That's what Salted Cedar says.
Yep.
I remember at least a few years ago, not like the last year. I remember
know-
at least a year, so he might be right about 2017.
Oh, okay. A heart attack in 2016, Thomas said. A heart attack in 2016.
I remember him being sick, yes, and he had a heart attack, but I don't think he died.
No, I remember it, man. I remember it.
No. I believe you. Like,
No, I know. But it's just, it's freaky. When I seen that today on Facebook, I was like, no way, come on. And Beth had posted it and she sent it to me. I was like, there's no way. It can't be. No way. Let me see what Keith is messaging me. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get Keith on, but he's having
It
problems.
was like creepy. I got like goosebumps when I seen it. I'm like, no, he died. That's the first thing and before he even thought about it.
Teresa, how long ago do you remember him dying?
At least a few years ago, maybe 2 to 3 years at the most.
2 years ago, yeah.
It wasn't too long ago. Yeah, it wasn't like a long time ago. It was like in the last few years.
And
That's
do
what I
you remember like how he died? Because I don't remember him saying how he died the first time either.
Theresa Meegs just said happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Meegs. Thank you. Hey, maybe she can join us. Ask her. She wants to join us.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, we're gonna open
You
up
wanna
the
send
phone
her a
lines a
link?
little bit. I'll send her a link. Yeah, let me do that.
Meegs, I want you to join my
What's up,
party.
Meegs? How's everybody doing out there?
I think Meegs' birthday's coming up too.
It
You wanna
is.
confirm that?
Yeah, hers is in 4 days.
Ooh, we can have a party for her too.
Yeah, we can.
Brian,
Yes.
I'm here.
can you send a link to Keith? Because for some reason my computer's just not letting me do it.
All right, let me try to call
on
him.
his phone. He wants to do it on his phone, so.
Okay,
Sorrow.
call him right now.
Okay.
Brian asked that he was going to try to get on and join us.
Yeah,
Laura, do you want to text Brian?
Yeah, he'll
Mr.
be on. He'll be on.
Hey.
He said around 9:30. He'll be
Sure.
on.
What's the next
okay.
ME? Let's talk about the next ME because I'm sure everybody's dying to hear it. Hey, Keith.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Keith.
Good.
Hello.
Here he is.
Oh, can you guys see me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, great. That's good to hear. Okay, awesome. I wasn't sure if that was working or not.
Sorry, Keith. I was trying so hard.
No, you did fine. You did good. I don't like being constricted just to that one area.
Hmm.
And
Welcome to the Mandela.
what do you call it? It's just such a bad camera on my nice computer. I have a $5,000 iMac and the camera on it sucks.
Oh, man. Hey, so what's new in the ME world for you, Keith?
Well, God is always good. I'm getting my systems up here so you can see in live time what's going on. I'll show you around a little bit. You guys can see still?
No, the camera's off.
Oh, let me turn the camera on. Let me see why is it not?
I've been in the fog, you know.
I have an ME I like to ask the chat.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, guys. The song from Queen. Okay. Do you remember the song from Queen called Bicycle? I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride. You know that song, right? Was it called Bicycle or was it called Bicycle Race?
Wait, I want to ride my bicycle race?
Right. Was the name of the song Bicycle or was it Bicycle Race?
I could have sworn it was bicycle.
I remember bicycle.
Yeah. Now the name of the song is Bicycle Race. I'm like, oh, heck no.
Anyone on that? Any votes on that one?
Bicycle. It's all bicycles so far.
Okay. This
And
is working. Now.
it's weird that this happens when Bohemian Rhapsody movie just come out too, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
This wants to be that way.
I don't know that song, guys, so I can't respond to that one. Sorry.
Hey, Brian. Hi, Brian S.
Yo,
Yo, what's up, Brian? How's it going?
Mr.
Brian?
Stavely, how's it going, Mr. Stavely?
There's Brian.
Kevin,
What's
you're
up?
upside down.
his name's not Kevin.
Keith,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Party.
I'm getting that fixed right now.
That's so
Okay.
funny. I'm
It's
my
the
friend.
anti-gravity.
I'd make a joke, but people would get mad. But you know what? I'll say it anyways. Keith's walking at the equator right now. He's sideways.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever,
right,
Brian.
baby.
I'm always trying to get Brian in trouble. I'm sorry.
If Paul wants you to send him a link, he'll only embarrass you for a few minutes.
Theresa, Kevin said happy birthday. You got a lot of people saying happy birthday.
So we cannot cuss like we do on your show. No cussing. Right?
Right.
Laura, we know all about that one, right?
Who comes on here and cusses? Nobody.
No. On Jason's show, we do a lot of cussing on that show.
So,
But Gloria and I only know about that, right, Gloria?
yeah, that was a 7-hour show, Teresa.
Brian,
You know what?
Brian.
If
what
he
the
comes
fuck
on,
is
we need to warn him. Language.
Teresa, you got a bunch of people that said happy birthday. Kenny said happy birthday. A bunch of people.
Now,
All right, so
Oh,
everybody saying bicycle. We only had one bicycle race. Everybody in the chat is saying bicycle. Well,
Yeah.
guys, if you look it up now, it's called bicycle race.
Yeah, Tammy said I did an Emmy video a while back about bicycle. Oh my goodness.
No way.
Tammy, can you post it in the chat? I'll share it.
Thank you,
I'll gladly
Jeanette.
share it.
Brian, I still have tons of MEs to go through. I don't know whenever you're ready for the next one.
I'm ready
or
for the.
are
We're
we gonna
ready.
Talk about something else. Or
Are you guys
it's up
ready
to
for
you.
the next
I've got
ME?
tons.
Let's do it.
What's the next ME, Teresa?
Oh my
Blow
God,
us
I don't
away.
even know where to start here. My list is like long.
Oh God.
Did we ever talk about the Sedgeways? I still want to talk about the Sedgeway.
All right, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the Sedgeway. I sent you the link. I don't know if you want to bring it up. I sent you so much.
All right, can you send it so I can share it with everyone?
Yeah, now you're gonna make me go backwards. Here it is. Okay, so the suffragist lady Florence Norman on her motor scooter in 1916. It was in the Pinterest. I don't know if you can Google that. It was suffrage Florence Norman. That was her name, and she was on a motor scooter in 1916. I basically, if I send you the link, it might not come up because it's in Pinterest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the picture, and I want to show you so you can show them here. Because the link might go to, it might go to Pinterest, which you might not have access to. Not everybody has access to Pinterest. So I'm going
Okay.
to send you the screenshot.
All right, send me the screenshot.
This way, if you can get in the link, if you can get in and bring up a link on it, I found that and it freaked me out. It just didn't look right, like way back when that time. It seems like technology, like we've been saying for the last 6 months or so, it just keeps going further back and further back and further back. And a lot of these things that I'm finding is proving what we've been talking about. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of things are just keep pushing back and pushing back.
Okay, so what's this motor scooter back in 1916?
Yeah, it was a scooter, and it looks like it was a suffrage lady. I guess that's what they call them back then.
Okay, I'll bring the picture up. And
I don't know much
Great,
about
it's
it.
a
I
crazy picture.
don't have the link.
okay, so there it is, motor scooter back in 1916. All right, so where's the one with the Segway so people can see that? Do you have that one, Teresa?
No, that was the one I sent. Do you want me to find it?
Yeah, the one with the Segway. You sent me a picture with the 1916 motor scooter.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Hold on. I have to find the link again.
And you have to remember back in those times. I mean, nothing against women, but they were, you know, back then it was supposed to be women in the house, so the men went out to work. So why, especially, is there a woman on this scooter? That, like, I mean, let alone the scooter, but I mean, a woman's driving it, right? Which makes it really weird to me.
Trying to find that. You had a picture, Theresa, that you shared with me about a Segway from like 1920s or something.
Yeah. The problem is the link you might not be able. Do you have access to Pinterest?
Yeah, I do. I can share it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Hold on.
That's
Then.
fine.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I didn't know you had access to it.
Which?
Sorry. Oh, my bad.
Wasn't Segway a Mandela effect or something? Even the name of it?
Oh, wait, here it is, Brian.
Okay.
Sorry. Which date do we have on there? Which date is on that picture that I sent you?
I don't know. Do you have it?
I've been posting a lot of things, so I have to go back. Which date is on that picture?
And you get a lot of these from your group, right? You post in your group, and other people post.
I've been posting a lot in my group lately.
Okay.
A lot of different MEs and strange things I've been finding.
And by the way, if you're not part of Theresa's group, if you'd like, you can go ahead and join, and that way you can share your residues with the whole world. Join other people.
Also, any new things that you discover.
That's right.
Brian, what was the date on that thing? What was the date on the thing that I sent you?
That was November 8th. The one November 8th. I know you have to go back through. November 8th was that one that you just sent.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Got it. Okay.
Guys, it does take a lot of time preparation here, and yeah, and a lot of times we just go on the fly, you know. Yeah. So any other? While Theresa's trying to find that, any new MEs from the chat? Let's hear from the chat for just a second here. Okay, let's turn to the chat.
Let me find this for you, Brian. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I mean, is time just speeding up even more now that it's like fall, or is it me?
No, it's speeding up, Brian.
I mean, it gets dark. It got dark for me around 4:30 or 5. Like it seemed like it got dark because it was raining here.
Yeah, it gets dark so early here.
No, even with daylight savings, like before, it used to get dark about 6, and now it feels like it's like 4 o'clock.
Brian Stavely has something to add here about moonwalk. Okay, Brian, let's talk about the moonwalk. When was that invented?
What do you mean, me? Well, he was talking about the Michael Jackson moonwalk. He said Michael Jackson didn't invent the moonwalk now, and I asked him who did that. I don't know. I don't know about that, Mandela. I always knew it as Michael Jackson.
It was Michael Jackson who popularized it. He made it.
Yeah, I never heard of anybody doing it before, but somebody in the chat was saying that.
I'd have to agree with Brian S. that it was the cameraman that did the first moonwalk before. First one went on moon.
Yeah, that would have to be the cameraman. If anybody.
Theresa, you want to tell us the other big ME? There's like another big ME about the Challenger explosion.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was looking at the other thing. Supposedly when it went off, there was like a huge thing that came out of it. You know, like when you jump, the parachute. Sorry, I'm listening to my work.
It's okay.
A parachute appeared, and I don't remember seeing that in the picture. I don't know if you can bring pictures up. Saying that parachute.
Theresa, you got Meegs B. She decided to come visit you on your birthday here.
What's up, Theresa?
Hi, girl.
What's up? Happy birthday, Theresa. I love you very much.
Yeah. I'm a little stuffy right now because I got a cold right now, so you're gonna hear me talking to my nose a lot. So I apologize.
Okay. You got a cold on your birthday?
No.
Oh my gosh, that stinks.
Sucks.
Wow, that's all right. It'll go away. I think it's like just what's in the air now. It's kind of incredible that we all don't have colds and diseases and respiratory problems. But if anyone listens to Dane Wigington, you'll know what I'm talking about. All that geoengineering and chemtrails and stuff. But anyway, that's the wrong conspiracy theory to talk about tonight.
Thank you for coming here.
Yeah, and you don't want to be in California right now.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's like being laser beamed to death right now. Directed energy weapons like are going crazy. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what did you do for your birthday today, Theresa?
I fed my face all day with free coupons.
You fed your face all day? That's awesome.
That's basically all I've been doing. I went from a Denny's to Goodwill to look around, and then I went to a Sweet Tomatoes, fed my face, and then after Sweet Tomatoes, I went and got me a sub, which is actually I haven't eaten it up yet. But I went to Jersey Mike's, and I'm one of these girls. I like to sign up for coupons for my birthday, so I literally have tons more in my emails that I haven't used yet.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the way to do it. That's so cool.
I don't have to use them all on my birthday.
You what?
So yeah, I don't have to use them all on my birthday. A lot of them are good to like December. Some are good to like December 5th. But my problem is I need to sort them out and find out which ones are going to expire first and kind of organize them. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, if you have any Cold Stone Creameries in your area, they do stuff for your birthday too. I used to work there. Creamery. Anyway.
I'm just looking at some stuff
Yeah,
here in the chat.
I'm just feeding my face today. I'm probably going to gain another 20 pounds.
Hey, it's all good. You know, our bodies are changing anyway. I just don't even...
Hey, it's your birthday. Celebrate all you want.
Right, exactly. That's how you do it. Sorry, did you turn like 29 today?
55.
Oh, cool. Well, you look amazing for 55, I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
I used to have your hair color too, Theresa, like 3 or 4 years ago. It was like bright red. I'll have to find a picture of me with like crazy bright red hair. I used to love it. Oh my gosh. Well, very cool. Any crazy new Mandela effects? I just hopped on. I haven't really heard.
Actually, yeah, we were going over them. I was trying to find the link and I couldn't find it about the separate the sedgeways. Brian, remember I was trying to find the link to it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're looking for
the sedgeways, and there's other spiders that look like dogs, and we have spaghetti snow now. It looks like spaghetti. I don't know if you want to bring that one up.
What?
Spaghetti snow?
No
okay.
Snow.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was kind of freaky.
Raining
Wait,
noodles? What does it
hold
look
on.
like?
What do you call one piece of spaghetti again? Do you remember?
A noodle.
A strand.
Yeah, it's now a spaghetto.
No! What? What?
Yeah.
A spaghetto?
Wow, that's funny.
Spaghettos in the
Whoa,
ghetto.
I want to see what the spaghetti. Are you serious? Spaghetti snow?
Yeah, spaghetti snow. Just Google it.
I'm looking at it right now. Let me share it with the chat. This is crazy.
No way.
That's from Eva, Once Upon a Timeline. Want to give her credit?
How in the world does snow form into spaghetti?
What? What?
Okay, somebody made that. That looks like somebody made that.
No, there's other links for that, not just that one.
Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster Snow.
Do what?
Spaghetti, like what?
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm going in and out right now.
The thing is a natural phenomenon.
No way.
Yeah.
That is so weird. What? What?
What is that?
I mean,
That is
being
bizarre.
from Canada, the only way I could see that making it that way is that if it was really like the temperature was low, and then it was like the water was flowing, and then it froze and got real cold real quick, and it'd make that kind of pattern.
It's a leak. I'm sorry.
Strands of slush? What?
Evan Powers is in the house.
Oh, we got Evin
That
Powers. Hey, Evin, what's going on, man?
Hey, Evan. I love all your cooking things that you've been posting lately, and I know you've done a few Mandelas lately, but I love all your posts and showing how to cook. Sorry I can't cook, but I love watching them.
Man, we should hang out sometime, man. I'm in Carolina. Huh.
What part in Carolina does he live in? Is it when he's Evan? What part in Carolina are you? Oh, he said hello, salted cedar. Okay.
All right, so check it out. We got the Challenger. That's an ME for me. I don't remember ever seeing a parachute. Do you guys?
Me either, and I seen it happen too. I was actually going to lunch that day with friends, and I don't remember the parachute at all.
So is that?
Well,
You guys remember seeing a parachute? Anyone?
What?
Brian, you study this stuff. Do you remember hearing anything about a parachute coming out of the Challenger?
No, I never seen it either.
That's crazy, man.
I know.
Hmm.
Are you going to talk about the sweat glands on dogs now?
Sweat glands on dogs.
Well, you know dogs, when they have their tongue out, that's how they sweat, right? They pant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, you got a video of that? You got a video showing that parachute?
When they're sweating, like we have sweat, we sweat on our arms,
Yeah.
and that's dogs have sweat glands.
Well, speaking of glands, there, keep running that water. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Sorry, Corey. We don't want that kind of surprise on Theresa's birthday.
Wait, what did I miss? Hold on, what did I miss?
We'll have yellow spaghetti snow.
Yes, yellow spaghetti snow.
Right, bring the sweat glands for the dog.
Okay, I'm looking at it. I do have a couple of other MEs to mention from the chat. We've had Sandy Diva mention something. Hold on, I'll share that in a second.
I've got more coming too, Brian. I've got more MEs here on my list.
Oh yeah, this is what happens when you miss a Friday show. And I'm talking about myself here.
Yeah, what I was supposed to tell you all about last time, and now I'm trying to catch up with this time with last time.
Whoa, hold on. Dogs have sweat glands in their paws.
What?
What?
That seems really weird to me.
Welcome to the 3 Hour Tea, everyone.
Did not know that.
Oh, just like humans.
That's not right.
That's weird.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. It makes me.
Huh?
Well, you gotta love dogs. Dead GPK.
Come on, Brian.
That's huge for me. It is.
Yeah, everybody would know that.
Lisa, and the cult.
Yeah, that's a new one too. That was in my group. I didn't talk about that one. I didn't know if you guys were be interested in that one, but I can find it if you want.
Dead GPK shared it. Let me just see what he says here. Hold on.
Yeah, I went over. I kind of glanced over that one. And I'm like, nah. But now that he brought it up, maybe I should have shown it to you. Sorry.
Lisa, and the cult jam. What is it now?
It changed.
It's not now. What is it?
It's Cult Jam without the. It's Cult Jam with no the.
It's just Cult Jam. What?
Yeah, that's
no.
Me, but
No,
that's wrong. That's
That's
right.
so wrong. Good find, Dead GPK. That's a good find.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, GPK.
Let's
That's an
see.
excellent
What's next?
find.
We got.
He does a lot of great videos. I love his videos.
I love him too. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to Dead GPK's channel. He does pick up a lot of new MEs.
You got a link below, don't you, somewhere?
Yes, it should be in the description. If not, I'll make sure it's in there. Interview with the Vampire Chronicles. Do you remember that?
No,
I don't remember the Vampire Chronicles.
That
That just
Brian,
a few weeks.
Brian, that was actually my first ME because I read like over 1,000 books I read, and I'm a big Anne Rice. And when I looked at my book, I'm like, why doesn't it say Interview with a Vampire? And then the second was Star Wars after that. But I mean, I was looking at my book one day, and I'm like, why isn't that doesn't look right? And then
Tell it again though, Corey. Now it has that subtitle.
Yeah, it has a subtitle now. The Vampire Chronicles.
What?
No, but I mean, they called the Vampire Chronicles because she made so many books. Maybe they just changed it. I don't know, but
No, it was always Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, I remember Interview with a Vampire also.
Yeah, then it went to Interview with the Vampire. Now it's Interview with the Vampire Chronicles.
Are you kidding me?
Wow, it changed to Interview with the Vampire Chronicles?
no, but
Interview with the Vampire Chronicles.
I can see the change in the movie poster being the change, but she had more than one book out at that time, so it was a chronicle at that time. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
How
Chronicles
many?
of trying to copy.
I mean, how many movies were made in that series? I thought it was just one. I thought it was just that one.
Well, they only
That's
ended up make two. They made Queen of the Damned.
Oh, and then is it Vampire Chronicles and sub like as a subtext for that one too?
Well, the second book was the Vampire Lestat, but they went straight to Queen of the Damned, which was the third book.
Huh.
See if that one has that subtitle.
Yeah.
I
Weird.
don't like that word. All right. Well,
And the actress died while she was making that movie too. That was
wow.
the rapper there. What's her name? Aaliyah?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. She was in that?
Yep. That's when she died. Yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to say goodnight and wish Theresa a happy birthday because I have to run. And we'll talk soon, okay? Thanks, Brian, for having me on.
oh, thanks, Gloria, for coming on.
Love you, Gloria.
Love you, Gloria.
Bye, Meegs. Bye, everybody. Bye, Corey. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, Gloria. I wish you could stay.
I know, Theresa. I'll see you later on Facebook. I'm not going to go to bed till late, but I have a lot of research to do.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Good night now. Good night, Gloria.
Good night, Gloria.
I want to talk about that one I just sent you.
All right. So what's next? What's next on the
Well,
agenda?
I found something a few days ago, and it kind of blew my mind. They have this thing called a wishing tree back in the 1700s, and you actually would take a coin and you would shove it, or you'd take a hammer and you'd hammer it in the trunk, a tree trunk, and supposedly it would take your illness away. However, if someone removed the coin, they would be inflicted with the disease as well that you had to, like you got rid of, and somebody actually took the coin out, they would get that. They would be inflicted with that disease. And I want Brian to send that link. If you open it up, Brian.
I've got it.
Okay. And I found that one, and it was like very bizarre, and I got a lot of strange postings. Like, what the heck?
Meegs, what do you think?
This is in the 1700s.
Meegs, what do you think about trees that you can wish on with coins stamped in them if you pull the coin?
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I want
never ever. That is bizarre.
A wishing tree? Come on.
Yep.
Wishing tree. Yeah, no.
You'd hammer the coin into the tree. Yeah.
So imagine how many coins there are in this tree.
Yeah. you count them?
I know. Never mind.
I'm joking.
That would have been like a children's book or something. Like, don't you think?
No, it
That
actually was
would've been-
real. It was actually something real back then.
Wow.
Yeah, and I found that one, and I was like, what the?
Sounds like a waste of money to me.
Yeah, it does.
Well, if it was going to take your illness away, I would take it. I would shove a coin into a tree and hammer it if I knew it was going to take something away from me.
I guess
Like,
it's no. It's just slightly more effort than throwing your money down a well, I guess.
Oh my God! Look how many coins. Look how many coins
Yeah.
there are.
Whoa, that's amazing. It looks like snakeskin.
It
That's
does.
cool.
Yeah, you can tell they're real coins. They're not.
isn't that
That's
bizarre?
insane. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like
Wow.
sap. The tree would
So
push the coin out, right?
here's a question for you: what would happen if you were actually like hammering and accidentally knocked out someone else's coin?
I don't know if
Ooh.
there's rules for this.
The Blair Witch Project or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I guess you try to have to hammer it back in, or else get cursed.
Right, I want to talk about, this one kind of blew me away. This was he was, Once Upon a Timeline. Did you know that, Hitler was, end of the year?
No way.
Yeah, let me send that to you.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
What was?
Does anyone- Hitler was Man of the Year in 1938.
Oh wow.
On Time
Yeah,
Magazine. Yeah.
That's not a Mandela effect. That's been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Really?
Because they always did business with them.
up
Yeah.
until 1938, all of Hitler's things were mostly success and just not so much war. And then after 1938, that's when the war started.
No,
He
I
was
thought
time-
he was tyrant.
The Man of the Year? Come on.
He was Time Man
he
of the
was.
before that.
Yeah.
He definitely was.
Yep.
I've known this a long
He had a
time.
lot
he
of
was-
popularity back in 1938. He wasn't hated until after the war.
Wow. I just learned that he was a failed art student too.
Yeah, don't
I
you
didn't
wish
know
he
that.
just remained in art?
I
Well,
know.
Actually, the whole history might be different, so maybe it's not a good thing.
He was a collector of a lot of paintings and
He's
artifacts
got
and
blue
stuff.
eyes now. He's got blue eyes and a crooked symbol on his sleeve.
That's right. It's
Yeah,
And that's
but-
not more. I used to think he had brown eyes, and then and it was always weird that he was so like pro blue eyes and blonde hair because he always had brown eyes, and then all of a sudden
Exactly.
he had blue eyes. Like, what
Exactly.
happened there? How did that even happen? He always had brown eyes that I remembered, and I studied
I
history a
would've
lot.
allowed it, so.
yeah, that's another ME for me. He had brown eyes.
How many people in the chat remember Hitler having brown eyes? And how many remember Hitler having blue eyes? I'm curious to see.
Well,
how
then
many
again,
eyes.
too, the other Mandela effect is when color picture came to pass in history was much earlier than how most of us remember it. And a lot of things
had color
are
TVs
in
in
color too,
1930s.
and you could see the difference because it's in color.
Wow.
They said it goes now. Now they said it goes back to 1930 with the color TV. 1930. That's crazy.
Wow.
It was a Major League Baseball game that was broadcast
Hold on.
in
Whoa.
1945 that was in color. No way. dude.
That's crazy. I mean, just like the new
That's
like
called
when
next
first
door.
photo was invented, or when even the first video.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
video phone. We talked about this on my show Saturday. The video phone goes back to 1936 now. They're doing calls on a monitor like this in front of us with a corded phone doing a fucking doing a video phone in 1936.
The video photos?
You know, it's a matter of just like in history, if you look back at it, I mean, you've got the photos, color TV, and also if you were to go on YouTube and type in the very first video ever made, it's actually like in the 1800s.
Wow. Are
Like,
you kidding?
it's there. Just look. Yeah, look at that.
Crazy.
It's there. It's actually there. In the 1800s, there's videos.
Oh, yeah.
So like the very earliest videos, they obviously weren't on YouTube then, but they're the first videos. Like if you look for
Well,
that. There.
if you've seen the movie by Brian's son Seth MacFarlane, 100 Ways to Die in the West, they joked about how people in pictures back then didn't even smile, which was true because I got pictures of like grandparents that
Right.
were
The
back
people
in
were
the
a lot
West.
more self-conscious.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
they were told not to smile in pictures.
Yeah, yeah, you're
Really?
right.
Yeah.
Guys, I have
So,
another huge
happy birthday to Theresa. I want to say that in loud fashion.
Thank you.
And Brian is also celebrating a happy birthday today. Is that correct?
No, Meegs is in 4 days.
Oh, Meegs, you're in 4 days?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, honey. 4 days away. That's awesome. Well, guess what? Mine's on November 29th, so I'm about 2 weeks away, but still in November, Sagittarius.
Sweet.
Wait a minute. You know what my ex-husband is?
I'm
Oh my God. Are
Sagittarius.
you really November 29th?
I'm Sagittarius too.
I'm a
Yeah,
Virgo.
actually, can you guys guess how old I'm turning? Some of you guys already know, I think.
27 and a half. I'm
Okay,
doing a
anybody
half
else?
birthday.
33? 33?
Anybody else? I turn 40 in 2 weeks.
40.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
I also, by the way, accredit looking younger because virtually everyone thinks I look younger. I totally think it's got something to do with God and the Mandela effect.
It could be because I look younger than I do, but I'm older than you, buddy.
I feel younger.
Unfortunately.
I do.
But truthfully, we're all the same age anyway, though, aren't we? Because we're all spiritual beings. Just because we were born at different times, our spirits were alive before that, and I'm quite sure that there might not even be a beginning or an end to our existence.
No,
But
there's not
rather
going to
that
be.
we just are there.
We're energy. We don't go away when we put in the ground. That's crazy talk, you know? People that
I don't know. So this is my studio, guys. Can you guys see it or no?
I could see
I
your
can see
lights,
it.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey,
Are you a
Keith.
photographer?
Keith, let me ask
Yeah, I'm totally into filmmaking and everything. I'm making movies. I'm so inspired about that. So many people are part of it. Oh, and by the way, I'm making some Mandela effect movies, guys. You guys are gonna love them. I'm telling you. We're pulling out the full stops, actors and everything.
That's
Wow, nice.
awesome.
You're doing a full
Right
production?
on, dude.
Oh yeah, full production, Brian. You bet.
Oh,
I mean, I
thank you.
really want to give back to the Mandela effect community in a way that everybody would appreciate, and this is it, man.
That's
Keith,
really
remember
man.
you came on
cool.
my show? Keith, remember you came on my show a few weeks ago, and then after you chopped up a little video of me, you and Gloria?
Yeah.
That was really good, like the way you edited that. I'm not just saying it because you came on my show, and was that like the work that you did? Like I've seen, we've all seen how people produce things and edit things, and like that was top-notch editing right there, bro. I really
Right.
liked that.
Thank you, brother. I'm getting so many positive comments for the work that I'm putting out that it's all just more motivation to do it. And the Mandela effect is where it all started for me. I mean, if you ever go to my channel, I mean, back, a couple years ago, those edits, that was all the beginning. But now I've got, let me just take you on a little tour. This is the studio, and the studio's a work in progress. It's actually going to get a lot more stuff done to it. This is my house, the kitchen, the living room. Everything's part of the production, right? When you're in R. And so, and then of course, this is my bedroom / office. You guys can see we have the live show playing. Can you see that, guys? And also, in addition to the live show, you see this is on my iMac. This is the beast right here. This is the beast that gets it all done. This is able to put together the complicated projects and stuff. You need a really strong computer to do that, and a lot of extra what do you call it? A lot of extra storage. You see all that storage? That's like 6 terabytes of storage. And then to get like the best shots and everything, I'm like an expert with these drones. I got all kinds of them, some with cameras and stuff. And like these are all like, this is a fast drone. This one will go like 110 miles per hour. And then this is the Connex.
Look at those.
That's a training drone.
Wow.
And that one will go 80 miles an hour. It's actually, this is one of my favorite drones. This is a really fun one. This one right here is the
Keith, you just put my computer back into the Sega era.
Dang.
Dulce, where you at? Since I'm in show and tell mode. Dulce.
I know, Evin. I watched it.
Guys, we have another Emmy.
Oh.
Okay, so you're all familiar with that deodorant, especially you ladies out there. Soft and dry. How is it spelled?
With an N apostrophe, right? Or like.
No, I mean, how is dry?
Nice dog.
Soft and dry deodorant. How is dry spelled?
Oh, is it DRI now?
Yeah.
Oh no! No!
Oh man, I'm hurt. My eyes are in pain right now from looking at it. But
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, we need a visual palette cleanser. Let's look at Keith's dog.
Okay, yeah, Mandela Reality pointed it out. So thanks, Mandela Reality. But now, if you want to stay cool, get soft and dry eye.
Soft and dree.
Soft and dree. Remember that? If you want to stay.
I'll definitely look for Residue for that one.
No!
Soft and dry and out.
Soft and dree.
Nervous and tense, you need that school.
DRI.
Just feel in your pride. Soft and dry.
Laundry. No! No!
Oh man!
Terrible. Why would they do that?
I don't know. It's got to wake up some folks,
I
though.
wore that deodorant years ago, and I don't remember it being spelled like that.
No, if you want to stay cool, get soft and dry, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps you dry, not DRI.
It's gray, like you like a rapper or something.
Gross. No, that is totally incorrect.
Yes.
Totally incorrect.
Yes.
All right, next to me, Theresa.
Wait. We have to look at Keith's dog, though.
Yeah, Keith.
Dulce, come here. Come here, Dulce. This is Dulce right here. And how old do you think Dulce is?
Oh, probably not 40.
He's a cute Pomeranian.
9?
Yeah, who said 9? He's actually 9.
Corey.
Oh, he's 9, Corey. You're right. So yeah, and then to just kind of wrap it up, there's we got the birdies here too. So there's the birdies. And I already showed you guys Chloe on another episode. You guys know who Chloe is, right? You remember?
Oh, I don't think I saw Chloe.
No, I didn't either.
Chloe used to be my doggy, but she passed away, but her spirit still lives on. Because Chloe now is this plant right here.
Aww.
This is Chloe.
That's cool, man.
So Chloe stays in the house. And yeah, so the spirit's alive. Oh, and this is my drone. It's actually the Mavic Pro. And I don't have a name for it yet, but I have a name for the other one, so.
That's cool. I don't know anybody that has their own drone, let alone like 5 of them. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a really cool like tool to like get the drones are my cameraman. And they can move around and do anything because I'm good enough to do that with them. Like I could put them anywhere.
No, it's
cool.
It's good to record your area, and then if something changes, like a building, all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, totally. Brian and I have talked about this for ages, right, Brian? Like all this stuff I get in the sky, like I have stuff from back in last year, like crazy anomaly stuff because I'm all the time on the drones, all the time.
Oh, I saw the one with the sun changing or something.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, like anomalies. Like I'm very familiar with the technology and how it works and what would qualify as an anomaly. And there's a bunch of them, surprising. Well, not for us, surprisingly, but shockingly, right? Still shockingly. I mean, just God is so great. All of this truth He's giving to us, and we're special. We're His special community, the Mandela Effect community. Because we're getting truth all the time about our environment, the place we live. So it's just so exciting. That's actually been such a huge inspiration for all of the other work I do. Because I know that faith is so real. Unlike people who have faith and they don't have proof. But God has given us proof through the Mandela Effect. It's just so beautiful.
Are we looking good?
I really think that it would be beneficial for our community to continue to, remember that and to put that focus in their life so that they can feel better about themselves and be happy. That's the goal. That's God's goal in my opinion.
Right on, man.
Yeah, baby. God's great. He gave us each other.
Right on. I don't know what I would do without the ME community.
I know,
mean,
like-
I really don't know. What
Like the fear that it was going into it's completely wiped away by love, and
Yes.
by genuine truth, and by real faith. Not the kind that you have to spend years to get behind, but the kind that you see right away is true.
Right on, dude.
Yeah, baby. This is the kind of stuff I want to show you guys with the creations and stuff, because there's so much stuff out there. I just don't think it's good enough to just throw a video out. I really want to do it great. I want to do a good job.
Awesome. Well, that's commendable. We need more people to spend time and make quality stuff so it can.
Oh,
Meegs.
I want to do a lot of collaboration stuff. Like, I think even as far as, all right, so the Mandela Effect video, the movie that we're putting together, is going to be about a mother who was not a mother previously, but then she had a couple of children and she has a husband, and that we would film in a sense that show her life as it was before and how she then became Mandela affected. A short film, not something long, but quality, you know, and genuine. Being that I'm Mandela affected and so close with the community, I know I can do this right. And I feel like there's so many other things that together we can all do right, and that we can bring up the whole community, and that we can inspire people and get them to really hold on to their faith and that God is so beautiful, that we can show them that. And that's important, I think.
Right on, man. Yeah, I remember seeing a short about the Mandela Effect that looked like a couple college students had filmed it, like what it was like to be Mandela affected. And I don't know if you guys saw that or remember it, but it was just like a little like homemade movie, and it was so cool though. And they really did a good job on it. And I think more, you know, stuff like
it's great.
It's easily accessible to people, and it can, you know, it can bring truth to just as easily as. You know,
it'll help enlighten people too, because when people see a movie, they're going to be like, "Oh wow, that's real." Because the guys in the Mandela Effect, Tom has always said it. I agree with him. I have many other friends in the Mandela Effect who all say the same thing. It's like the greatest movie you've ever seen. It's so interesting, and so there's really a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah, for sure.
And people who aren't affected will see that, and they'll see the quality in it. They'll see that there's people who really believe in it, and that's who we are. And I don't know that we're being effective anymore as far as being able to get like the masses on, or at least if that's ever going to happen. Many of us have talked about, well, who's going to get it's already gotten it. But I don't know if that's totally true either. I think we're just being challenged in that, yeah, we have each other, and to be thankful for that. But not to lose our faith in the Mandela Effect, because many people say, oh, well, it's not a faith thing. You know, they separate God from the Mandela Effect. No, you can lose faith in the Mandela Effect. We see a lot of people do it all the time.
Yeah, or they just get burned out, you know, and stop thinking it's important. But it is important. It's really important.
And that's the sad part about it. You mean to tell me you've touched, in no other way in your life, the closest you'll ever get to the face of God in terms of his creation, showing you this awesome fluid creation he's got, and you walk away from that? Clearly you're lost. Clearly you're lost. So let's help you get back on board.
Yeah, it's it'll take your breath away. You know, I think it like freaks a lot of people out, and they need
it does. It wipes my breath away every day. You see, I get very quiet with the new effects because I'm always inspired by the new effects, but I'm on to other things really all the time, and I don't know all the newest effects. So if I did, I would be all over it. But I'm really on to other things, and I'm totally with it, and the effects are so real.
I know.
Soft and dry is taking my breath away. That's so great. Soft and dry.
Soft and dry.
Soft and dry. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. I
want to talk about the Wizard of Oz, the poppies, Brian.
All right, let's talk about that.
And guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to pop out. My phone is about to die.
Opinions on that?
Take care, Meegs.
The poppies and the Wizard
Bye,
of Oz.
guys. Love you.
Okay, bye,
Love you
Meegs.
too, honey.
Bye, Meegs.
Bye, love you, Theresa. Bye.
Love you, Meegs.
She gotta go?
Yeah, she gotta go.
We have the best community in the world, don't we?
Still there?
I'm here.
The Wizard of Oz What color do you remember the poppies being? You know, when they're running in the field and they fall down and it starts snowing. What color do you remember those poppies?
I thought they were red.
Look at them now.
Yellow?
Yellow.
What color are they now?
They're a weird
They're
color
pink?
now.
Are they pink?
Yeah, they're kind of a strange looking color. And in my group, I remember them being red, like a nice scarlet red. And I remember them being kind of like vibrant looking. But now when you look at the colors, it's not matching up to my memory. And I did post it in my group, and a lot of the people who did answer did say red. And I want to ask the chat, Brian. When I gain those ruby slippers.
There we go. Let's see. Hold on. I hope they don't give me copyright for this.
I don't know what they're going to show in the one you're showing now. Hopefully it wasn't just the video that I seen. But what I seen, they weren't red. They were kind of a different.
Well, even the potion
orange.
that the Wicked Witch is like conjuring up here and all that, it's red. Look at it.
Yeah.
Attractive to the eye and soothing the smell.
Been the color of the movie, maybe, or
Poppies will put them.
Look, they're pink.
there you go.
Yeah, they are. So I was right then.
Brian, I found that myself.
Hold on.
Well,
I
it's
gotta
crazy, Theresa. You're always finding them.
I don't know how you find it.
Direct line to you.
Tom said that I don't miss anything.
Well,
He said I'm too awake.
okay. Here's the other thing, Theresa. I remember poppies will make them sleep. Now it's poppies will put them to sleep.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, that is a change.
You and me as well.
Listen to it.
The chat room.
Poppies will put them to sleep.
But there's residue out there for make them sleep.
Wow. I'm going to ask the chat room, what color do they remember the poppies being? Because I remember them red. And now you showed the color of them, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Here's a Pinterest. Poppies will make them. That's what I remember. What do you guys remember in the chat? Be honest with me. What do you remember? I won't feel offended.
Poppies will make them sleep, or what was the other choice?
Poppies will make them sleep, or poppies will put them to sleep.
God, you know what? Here's my dual
Poppies will
memory.
make them sleep, Brian. I think you're onto it.
Brian, I do have residue.
Quite frankly, it will.
I have proof that they were red.
Yeah, show me.
Let me get them. Hold on.
All right. And
I
then
have them in my Facebook. Yeah, I did post residue for them.
All right.
I made sure of that.
How
Let me get
many
them for you. Hold on.
how many MEs are there in
Sorry about
total
that.
right now for tonight? You think?
I can't count.
Well,
Wow.
you're going to do a bunch of them, I would imagine. How many do you do, Brian, in a single show?
I lost count, Brian.
I don't know. As many as we can try to do. Evin.
I'm impressed,
Power
man. You
up.
guys always have different ones, and they're right on every time, Brian.
I
Thanks,
want to
man.
talk about Evan's Demise too. He's got 2 of them.
I don't know why Evin didn't have a wrench, but I gave him one, man. Congrats, man.
You ever come down here to Orlando, Brian?
Truck stops are called something else now.
Do I come down to Orlando?
Yeah, you ever come down to Orlando?
I've been there.
I'm from Orlando.
Yeah, it'd be cool, to get like all the big ones like you and some of the other ones that have been in the Mandela Effect community for a while and do like a documentary, like an in-person type thing with like all of the big names in the Mandela Effect community. That would be so cool. I think the community would really appreciate something like that. That's done nice, I know I would, because you guys are like, you guys have put so much time and effort into getting all these effects that have been so inspirational to like me and so many other people that watch the show.
I think, and honestly, we were kind of sort of waiting on this 2018 Mandela Effect movie to come out, and so far they have yet to produce a movie.
Right, yeah, they're not doing anything. We have to be the change we seek. That's the bottom line.
Dan Esmond says convention. They want to do a convention, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And that'd be so cool to catch in like vivid detail, you know? I mean, that would be so cool.
That would be cool.
Brian, here's a residue I'm sending you. You ready?
All right.
Look at the colors.
Oh, the image of the poppies. Okay. It's a cartoon?
There's plenty of them. There's plenty residue. Here's another one.
Yeah, they were red.
Plenty. Yeah, plenty.
That's good residue.
Oh, I found tons of it, Brian. And I know they were red because I remember. Oh, you want to know another reason for the red poppies? Okay, you've heard of the VFW. Speaking of veterans, Veterans Day was yesterday, Brian. We need to thank our veterans out there for their service, Brian. You being a military man, you would remember that.
Thank you.
Whoever's a veteran out there that's listening, thank you for all your service. My father was in the service, and I remember at the VFW, which means Veterans of Foreign Wars, they used to sell poppies there, and guess what color they were, Brian? Guess what color they were, the poppies.
What color?
They were red.
Oh,
That's all I remember.
There you go.
There you go.
Let's see. What's next on the ME list?
We have, let's go here. Let's see here. I want to talk about one of Evan's Mandela effects that he just did a video today. Thank you, Evin. Winn-Dixie. How many of you guys are from the South? I believe Winn-Dixies are, like, I'm from Florida, even though I live in Las Vegas. We don't have Winn-Dixies here. But in my memory, I remember Winn-Dixie having a hyphen in the middle. And Evin also remembers that as well. Now it's got a check in the middle, and it's saying it's always been like that. Keith, you live in Florida. What do you remember, Winn-Dixie?
No, I remember there was a dash in it, just like with Walmart where they had the star and all that. I remember they had the dash in it. I remember very well about that.
Brian, will you show what it looks like now?
Yeah, there's like a check there now.
We need to give credit to Evin Powers for that. Thank you, Evin. I know you're listening out there. I don't remember no check.
You look online.
And I grew up there my whole life.
Yeah, when you look online, look at Winn-Dixie right here. It says supermarket company Winn-Dixie right here. That's what it says. Even says it right here. But when you look at their logo, it's changed.
If you look at Logopedia, it's always saying it's always been like that.
Wow.
It's a good find.
That's knuckin' butts, man. I didn't curse. I said knuckin' futz. I seen that on the comedy once.
All right, that's a good one. What is the next one?
The next one is
that's a good one right there.
I wanted to share one. Oh wow. Lisa Payne sent me some stuff. Hey girl.
Hi Lisa.
She sent me some residues. Kit Kat with a dash and Herbal Essence shampoo.
Wow.
Not essences.
Oh really?
Kit Kat with the dash right here on Pinterest.
Wow.
Is that somewhat like you guys remember?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Now where's that dash though? Damn, right?
It's right there.
No, I'm saying like where the hell did it go in real life?
I remember the dash, Brian.
That was a good find, Lisa. Thanks, babe.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, baby. The most beautiful shampoo experience on earth is also the most beautiful shampoo for your hair. Clairol Herbal Essence Shampoo.
Herbal Essence, yep. I remember that one.
It's now Herbal Essences.
Yeah, it seems like they're taking. You know what's funny? They either add the S or they take it away. Just like my Sally's Beauty Supply, now it's Sally, and Victoria's, now they put the S with Victoria's. And I want to ask the chat room about that one. I know it's an older ME, Brian. How many of you people, how many of the people in the chat remember Victoria's Secret? And how many of you remember Victoria's Secret? Because that one is one of the ones that drives me crazy. Every time I go to the mall to pay my bills, I walk by there and I just stand there and shake my head at it. It drives me crazy.
Well, I'm sure, all
And
the
I got their charge card, and I remember Victoria.
all the perverts back in the day, like myself being a young fella, where it was the only catalog you could get your hands on back in the day. It was Victoria's Secret.
Yes.
I know. And that one drives me crazy.
Hang on, I have to, because one of my friends actually on Facebook went to Victoria's Secret and got a gift card. I wish I could share that, but
wow,
that's insane how that. Yeah, yep. They even mentioned on their Victoria's Secret. Yeah. It's funny, like, and then you show it to them, and you're like, "Oh, I guess it's always been like that," you know? That's the
it's like,
message.
What do they call that? The Smith effect.
Yeah.
It's like they get an upload. Like, you'll show somebody, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah," and then all of a sudden, when you show them how it changed, all of a sudden, it's like their brain had been rewired within 5 minutes. Like somebody actually went in there and said, "Oop, nope," you know. And I guess that's why we're not. That's why we see the changes, Brian, because whatever they're doing to people, it's not affecting us. Correct?
Right.
So for some reason, we're not. See, you know what I mean by that, though.
Hey guys, by the way, we got Jams TV up in here. What's up, Jams?
Hey.
What's going on, brother? Dude, I watch your videos all the time. Okay, so Evan Power says, "Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the blank."
Yes, that was the next one. Yes, that was the other one I was going to talk about.
And we got Adam Brockovich is a good friend of mine. I talk to him all the time online, and great guy. He's here saying hello.
He is now an admin in my group. I want to congratulate him.
Right on.
I don't know if you know that, Corey.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I made Adam an admin. Adam.
Good call.
I made Adam an admin.
He's awesome guy.
There.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
But I'm going to congratulate him on that. And my group just keeps growing. I'm over 1,500 now, Brian. You want to talk about, in case anybody wants to join that's listening, it's Reality Residue Hunter with 3 exclamation marks at the end. And you're more than welcome to join my group. I love it that you guys post old residue, news residue, and you can even talk about any MEs that you're going through. So I welcome everybody if you want to join. Again, it's Reality Residue Hunter, 3 exclamation marks, and I am right now over 1,500, and I'm excited about that. So, yeah, if you want to join, go ahead. And I welcome everybody. Hi, Corey.
Oh wow! Hey,
oh, yeah.
High Roller says he wants to call in, or she. Okay.
Oh yeah, we can do some call-ins.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do some call-ins. Yeah, I have some more Emmys, but we can do those later. Yeah, let's do some call-ins. You got a number to flash?
Yeah, I do. Hold on, let me bring that up.
Actually, I can write it down. I actually have a pen and paper in my hand.
Okay.
Write it down, so I don't have to keep asking you. What is the number?
Okay, it's 850.
850.
764. 1552.
Okay, that's 850-764-1552. If you would like to call in and if you want to speak to any of us, ask us any questions, or you just want to talk about your personal MEs, go ahead and call in now. Where the lines are open, right, Brian?
Yep.
We're here
now.
Want to call her?
Is Corey
Oh,
on?
There he goes.
I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Hi, yes, is this Brian?
Yes, this is Brian. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good.
Welcome.
Hi.
Okay, hey. So, I wanted to share a couple that I have. And thanks for the welcome. I'm getting delayed response on YouTube, so
It's okay.
One is the Quiet Riot song. Girls Rock the Boys, you know, trying to think of what it is. Look it up real quick.
I have a number that lives right down the hall for me.
Girls Rock the Boys.
Is come on, feel the noise, girls rock you boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls Rock Your Boys, but I always remember it as Girls Rock Your Boys. Not, or Girls Rock the Boys. The boys, not your boys. The boys.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So when I heard it, it was just, oh, that's not the way it goes. It's not your boys, it's the boys.
All right, let's pull that up real quick. Girls Rock the Boys.
Are you going to play it?
It just didn't sound right, you know? I heard it all growing up.
May I ask?
It just,
May I ask, like, were you an '80s? I don't want to ask you your age, but I mean, like, you were an '80s guy.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so what part do I go to so I don't get copyright? Is it in the beginning, middle, or in the end?
Well, it's all throughout the song. That's the hook, you know.
All right.
There it was.
Girls Rock the Boys, and now it's Girls Rock Your Boys. Notice how lately on TV and everything, you see a lot of this unicorn symbolism popping up everywhere. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Everywhere? What is up with the unicorns?
Well, those are that's a crest. And actually, I believe the monarchy in England, they have a crest sort of similar as well. British and, you know, they all have crests like that. But that's a whole different story for another show.
I understand. So what's the other ME you found?
Okay, this one really gets to me because I see it all the time. It's the John Deere. Okay, it's spelled John Deere now on the end.
Yeah.
DX3, yeah.
I've always remembered it as John Deere. I've seen it plenty of times at John Deere. I live in a farming place. I know John Deere. And
I mean, there's Residue too, you know?
yeah.
Whoa.
And there's just not that one thing on this. John, the deer symbol actually was leaping to the right and not to the left.
Wow.
Also, the antlers, how they curve over now, they weren't like that. They were like a regular buck, like they went up, you know. And now it's more like a reindeer almost, and it's jumping the wrong way.
Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, these are reputable places, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would think everybody would be onto it with John Deere. I mean, you know, they don't talk about Mandela effects in the news or anything. You see it very rarely.
Look what cropped up.
But this is
the powerful John Deere
way bigger than anything that's ever happened in our reality.
Yeah, they won't talk about it in the news very much either. They want to like discredit it, you know? That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like John Deere is one of those that's sort of like I see dual memories on that one. I don't know why, like, but I do kind of remember it being like Deere, not Deary.
Yeah, I mean, I've always grown up John Deere. Everybody called it John Deere. I remember seeing it all growing up, you know, spelt John like a deer. Now it's Deary. It just doesn't make sense at all.
No, neither does J.C. Penney. That one gets me every
right,
time.
Exactly. Yeah, the first time I heard about that ME, you know, I look at some of these videos and stuff, and heard about the J.C. Penney. I was like, what? No way, it's not Penny. It's Penny. Everybody knows it's Penny. So I went by a J.C. Penney, and I saw that NNEY. What? No.
What about Ross? Speaking of clothing stores, do you remember Ross? Being the dress for less, or was it without the dress for less?
I don't remember that one. I do shop at Ross, but I know it says dress for less now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Which is crazy too,
I don't
because
remember either way on that one.
Well, that's crazy too, because one of my own videos changed. I did a video on it, and now I actually say dress for less after it. But I remember distinctly not saying that. Yeah, my video.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's kind of like Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon. They F you at the drive-thru, right? You know, like you do a video and they actually change everything you say. You want a cheeseburger with extra bacon, and you only get a burger with no cheese and no bacon. After the fact, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what the Mandela effect is. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, there's no way of us keeping our knowledge without them changing it.
I want to share one more thing with you guys, because I'm sure you do a lot of research on Mandela effects and everything, and you probably know who this is, but God Rules, he did a study on this to find out how many people were actually remembering the way things used to be. And comes to find out that about 2/3 of the population remembers it the way it used to be, rather than the way it is now. And he found this out because he researched how much people were searching for the old way things were on the internet than the way they are now. So, you know, if you have a chance, you can look at that video. God Knows, I believe, is his name on YouTube. He does a lot of different things now, but he did do that a while back. I believe that did it anyway. I'm not going to say 100%. I've seen so many videos on here, you know.
No, we're all in the same place, brother. We're just looking for answers and trying to find answers, and we're searching and searching every day. So I'm glad that you called in and, like, you know, like, giving your voice to it too.
I mean, be on guard, because I believe this is part of this could be Satan, which I know I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
He's going about causing confusion. Deceiving. That's trying to.
The
yeah.
people that see it aren't being deceived.
Exactly. But I mean, because I had a pretty interesting weekend. I'll say, I went and hung out with my kids, and on the way there, these things intercept your phone calls, where it goes blip blip blip, and then it says it was cussing me out. Like, I don't know what the heck, you know. I hate it. I just rebuke him, you know. I hung up the phone. You just have to be on guard because we're on spiritual warfare, you know. That's what we're going through right now.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, I had that same kind of experience happen to me the other day. About
what?
It's been about a week now. I was on my cell phone, and I was on the phone with a guy, and it did that same very thing. It went bleep, bleep, bleep. And then I was like, well, did you touch something on your side of the phone? And he's like, no. I said, well, did you hear anything? No. And ever since then, I've noticed that my phone, it doesn't come on and go off as quickly as it used to. Like, it used to be very responsive. Whenever I pushed the button, it came on. Whenever I pushed the button, it went off. But ever since that call, it didn't. And I don't know if it's the same thing that you're talking about or not, but might be. Strange.
Yeah, it's strange. He might be trying to scare us or whatever, you know, scare tactics. But yeah, like I said, just be on guard, my friend. And who is it that's what's your name, caller? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
High Roller. High Roller.
Oh, hey, High Roller. Okay. I'm gonna get you one of there's a new Mandela book that's out. It's an ebook. I'll email it to you. Just send me an email, Mandela Effect Awareness @gmail.com. I'll be sure to send it to you. Okay, High Roller.
Okay. Mandela Effect Awareness
@gmail.com.
Okay.
I'll send you an ebook.
I appreciate that.
So again, thank you for calling in today.
No problem. You know, I just wanted to let some people know, maybe a couple Mandelas that they weren't aware of. You know, I was on here last time, but I didn't have a whole lot of time to talk, so I had to go. But this time I caught you on, and I was glad I did get to call in, so I appreciate that.
Well, thanks for calling, bud.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in. It was nice to hear from you. So interesting.
Hey, no problem. God bless you all.
Yes, God bless you too.
You all.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too, High Roller. Thanks again. Good night now.
All right. Bye.
Good night.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
okay.
Nice to get another caller if we have time or whatever. Where's Theresa? Is she still here?
Theresa?
Theresa. Wie geht's du?
I think we lost her. I think we lost her in the ether. Theresa.
Wo bist du? Ich kann es nicht mehr.
Okay, we're gonna get her back.
Darn internet.
Oh, there you are.
My internet. Sorry.
All right, so we got.
It's the AI. It's the AI. It doesn't want me to tell you about some more Mandela effects, which I want to talk about.
Okay. Let's try to rush through them a little bit, and then we'll get to a couple callers.
Where were we at? I'm sorry. What did I miss? Brian, what did I miss?
We had a caller call in. It was high. It was high.
I was talking about a couple new MEs. That's what I remember. Last thing. I want to talk about the first submarine in 1775. It's one of the things I sent you.
We have a submarine in 1775.
Yep. If I can find it. Same stuff over and again. Yes, submarine. The first submarine was in 1775. I have to find it. I have to go back and find it again.
Hey, it was used during the Revolutionary War. It says first combat submarine.
It's kind of wooden looking. It's like wooden looking. See it?
Yep.
Tell me that's bizarre looking.
Yeah, it looks like a barrel.
Yeah. I didn't know if you want to talk about that one.
Who invented it? Let's see.
Oh yeah, here we go.
That's kind of weird.
The first submarine was invented in 1775. Let me see if I can go to the link. Sorry.
Is this? Hang on. Is this more tech before its time?
Yes. Hold on. I'm trying to open it up. There you go. Oh, here we go.
Cornelius Drebel.
It says the U.S. submarine ever used in combat, built in 1775, using oak timbers and reinforced with iron bands, operated with hand crank propellers, filled with a wooden drill designed to bore a hole into enemy warships. Strange. The sub operator would then then plant a mine in the hull. Launched in New York Harbor on the night of September 6, 1776, in a failed mission to sink Britain's flagship, the HMS Eagle, though it navigated. I'm trying to read very tiny writing. This was hard to do. While through the Hudson River, failed to sink the Eagle and 2 other warships in later Revolutionary War battles. Its inventor, David Bushnell of Saybrook, Connecticut, also developed naval mines used widely in the Revolutionary War. Interesting. So yeah, and it shows a picture of a man in a vessel. Shows how the man operated the egg-shaped device.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Pretty interesting, huh? And I saw that and I was like, wow. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I thought it'd
That's
be
interesting.
educational.
It's interesting. More tech before its time. So, what is? Are there any other tech before its time?
I'm looking here. See what we have here.
By the way, I wanted to share some of Sandy's residue.
Invented a time travel bed. Time travel. Oh yeah, here it is. I want to show you this. You tell me it's a bell, not a bed. A bell. Nazi bell time travel device. This was a real Nazi invention. I want to show you this, Brian. Okay.
All right.
This is really interesting. I'm going to send it to you. Let's see here. It's good. It's really bizarre looking. Okay. Send messenger. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just trying to clear my throat.
I just sent it to you now. This is a time travel device. I've never heard of this before. You tell me what you think when you open it up.
Nazi bell?
Yeah, Nazi bell. Wait till you see this. It's really bizarre looking. Strange, huh?
Yeah, let me share with everyone.
I don't know much about it, but I just found it kind of bizarre looking.
Yeah, I wonder what they use it for.
That was
I have.
that.
Yeah,
No,
you want
that
to up and see what it says?
if I remember the history, that was Hitler's attempt to make time travel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there like a documentary?
Oh, you know more about it than I do.
It was like a documentary done.
Yeah, because he was traveling back and forth to Antarctica, and there's connections between that machine and Antarctica, and like for whatever reason they found the machine, but it didn't work. So, or did it? I don't know. Who knows? Like
It's called the Glock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
The Glock, which kind of sounds like the clock,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The top secret Nazi scientific technological device, or it could be a secret weapon.
Huh.
And you know, you and me, Brian, being big Avengers fans, like, doesn't it remind you of like Red Skull and Captain America, where, like, you know, he was looking for the artifacts, you know,
Yeah.
the whole thing going on there. Like, it's funny how they make movies nowadays about that. Like,
Yes.
and it's coming up now in MEs and stuff. Like, it's retarded.
I have another tech thing. It's kind of strange. A person, a member of my group, they're called Residue Hunter. I guess that's their name. They posted something in my group. It's kind of weird looking. It says 1933 fifth wheel correction 1950 in Cadillac version. There's like an extra wheel, and I'm going to send you this link, Brian. It's really bizarre. I want to send it to you. I've never seen this before.
Okay, what is it?
Let me get it here. I'm trying to get to the link. Where'd it go? It's really weird. How do I send this to you? Shoot. Do you see where I sent it to you a few above? If you go up, do you see the picture of the car?
Picture of the car.
Yeah, go up. There's a picture of an old-time car. Go backwards. Right above where I talked to you about the fifth wheel. Do you see it?
Fifth wheel.
It says 1933, the fifth wheel correction. 1950 is a Cadillac version. It's really weird looking.
Any way you could find it and send it to me real quick?
Yeah, hold on. Sorry.
You're fine.
This is strange. Trying to go through. So, Corey, do you have any Mandela effects you want to talk about while I'm trying to get this link?
Well, I just have to say about the whole Stan Lee thing was that, like, I mean, sit in front of me, especially where I moved. Now I have no storage for it right now. I have about I don't know, about 10 boxes of comics, and some of them are Stan Lee originals. And if I were to sell them, probably on a good market, I'd probably make a lot of money. But I don't ever want to sell them. But it's just that, like, I think something like that, if it wasn't my timeline, I would say, you know, no, he didn't die. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, in my timeline, he never died because he was always in, especially when the movies picked up. He always had a cameo, like whether it be like Avengers, Captain America, Spider-Man, all those ones. Like, he was always having one little clip. You know what I mean? Like, and believe me, I have so many friends that own comic stores, or like they sell comics online. That's how big of a geek I am. And believe me, if Stan Lee died, like, it would be like a 9/11. Not, you know, I mean, not to compare that, but I mean, it'd be a 9/11 to us. Like, it'd be like, oh my God, like, you know, the Pope died. You know what I mean? Like, it would be that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. So I just wanted to put this out there, Theresa, that it's your birthday today is no better fitting moment to just take a moment and acknowledge, like, your contribution to the entire, well, Brian's channel for one thing, and the community, because I was Mandela affected, but alone for a long time. The first person who reached out to me, and this might be interesting for Theresa to know, the first person who reached out to me was Theresa. And she's the one who brought me in with Brian and with everybody else. And it was the very first person actually in the Mandela Effect community, Theresa, was you. And I know you do that a lot with people. So thank you for that. That's great for the community, And I figured your birthday is no better of a fitting date.
I'm going on 2 years next month. I don't know if you guys know that. In December, like 2 weeks before Christmas time, is 2 years for me, I believe.
Right. And the things that you excel at very well, I think the group really, everybody recognizes and appreciates that you have a special gift, like the direct line with God. Something's there that's giving you the ability to catch things. And, the worth that you have can't be really measured in words because of that. You do so much good. So keep doing what you're doing, Theresa. Good job.
Of hunting residue, and I think it was given to me like something that I need. I felt very strong about it when I first started doing it. Like I was drawn to it. Does that make sense? I was drawn to it.
Yeah.
Yes. A calling.
And I had this very strong feeling in my heart and my soul that I should be doing this, and it's something that was going to be important one day.
That's right.
And that's why I continue to be a residue hunter, because our memories as we know it are slowly being changed, even though we know in our hearts what everything's supposed to be. And we need to keep proof and records of what we remember. And that's why it's important when you do anything, Keith, you document it. And anybody out there, when you have, you go out with a birthday, you go out on an anniversary, you go out on like an outing, you go on a picnic. It's very important that you keep these memories intact, and somehow, if you have a way to keep proof of them, because what's going to happen
I film everything now.
Keeps continuing, we're not going to have no proof. And that's why I like to take pictures when I go out to eat for my birthday. I have my pictures to prove that I was there. Like I was at Denny's today, and I went to Denny's, and I went to Goodwill, and I went here and there. We've got to document everything that we're doing. I mean, I know it's a lot to go through, but it's our only proof that we have. That's our residue.
I know.
It is.
What you said, Keith, was awesome, man. That was a great speech to Theresa. That was awesome, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Keith, for sharing that.
From the heart there. It's true. It's true. It's just observation. It's easy to come from, when it comes from the heart, things might sound like they're prepared, like you might have worked on it, but the truth is, it's just being genuine. Genuine to the truth.
And I love residue hunting. It's just, I enjoy finding the residue for myself as well as Brian and other people. And if there's any residue that anybody, if you're listening out there, that needs me to find, I will do my best to try to find it. Sometimes it takes me a lot longer to find it, but I won't give up. I have this strength that wants me to keep going and going and going. And I found some really hard residue out there, Brian. Remember, Brian? There's been some tough ones.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I don't know how you do it, Theresa. You have a knack for it.
Yeah, like I said, a direct line with God, Theresa. And you've done an excellent job. I remember a couple of years ago, you were dealing with a lot of things. It seems like you've come out of that, that you've really been in a positive place, maybe a lot more now than before.
Yes.
Well,
so
a very positive experience.
I feel like
it's brought me closer to more people and God and everything.
Yeah. Theresa, I feel like since it's your birthday, you should be the one to give away the free T-shirt tonight. So who do you want to pick?
Oh. Is it going to be a man? Well, does it matter which sex, or am I going to be?
No, they're unisex, but I have some smalls, mediums, larges, extra larges are a little hard to come by.
How many can I give away?
Just do one or two.
You know what? I would like to give one to Sandy Diva because she participates a lot in my group. And her. I'm going to give one to a male.
Older through 2000 wants one.
Okay, yes, he's great. Yeah. So Sandy Diva, congratulations. And Old Earther 2000, congratulations. Yay! You just won a Mandela Effect t-shirt.
All right, congratulations.
Email Brian with all your information so he can mail it out to you.
Yep, I'll mail it out to you.
Correct? Brian, you want to give out your email address?
Trust me, I have a whole pile of these shirts I wanna get rid of. You know, just get
I'm
them
still
out to
waiting for my 3X. Excuse me.
I know, I'm gonna have to
Sorry.
special order yours. No problem.
Yeah, I need a 3X.
Yep. So I gotta save one so I could take it as a to one of the t-shirt shops and have it done, especially for you.
I had a few more Mandela effects I wanted to talk about. So we talked about that. Did you see the wheel, the thing I just sent you?
Yes.
It's
Can I
really
share that?
looking.
Can I share that with everyone?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have the video clip right here
I'm
too.
give credit to let's see.
Watch this, guys. This is crazy.
Residue Hunter, I think that's her name.
What?
Huh, that's weird. Her name is Residue Hunter.
Oh wow.
That is so
She's a member of
cool.
my group, and her name is Residue
that is
Hunter.
cool.
What? Wait. So wait a minute. You could parallel park easily back then. Why did they do away with that then? If this is not an ME.
But look
Yeah,
at that.
right?
Oh, I've never seen that.
No,
Oh my
no,
god, that's pretty freaking cool.
that's retarded. That can't be real.
No, that can't be real. Come on.
Maybe
my
it's just
God.
an edit.
1950 Cadillac version, Brian. Look it up.
1950 Cadillac.
Yeah,
Who found that one?
that is weird. You see it?
Yeah, who found that one?
Her name is actually Residue Hunter.
Oh wait, that's you.
That's what I was laughing about.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you go by
Reality Residue Hunter.
if you go by the physics alone, like with 4 tires going against one, the frame would break off. It wouldn't turn that way.
I don't know, man.
But it looks real.
It does.
I know it does, but I just don't see the physics in it.
Me either. See if there's more information about it, Brian.
Oh my God, what? Okay,
You found it, didn't you?
Yeah, 1951.
There you go. So it really is real.
Yeah, apparently
That's what we
it
call
is.
early tech, everybody.
Oh my
More
God.
early tech.
Fifth wheel driving.
This is Brian freaking out.
Space is getting smaller at Piedmont, California. An inventor has developed something to soothe the motorist's headache by putting the spare tire to work.
What?
No, this isn't
Calls
ME.
this device the park
Yeah,
car.
I
Can
know.
be installed on any model. Watch how it
if I were to point out, back in the day, there weren't a lot of people in 1951 that had cars.
What the heck? I gotta ask my mom and dad about this.
backs into the street,
I don't remember ever seeing that, Brian.
and away we go.
Okay, and away we go. I like that one. Who found? So, Residue Hunter found that one.
Residue Hunter, yeah. She's in my group.
All right,
That's the name she goes by.
that's awesome.
I mean, back in the day, there was a lot of people just trying to buy a TV that was black and white, let alone a car that could, parallel park itself.
Okay, let's ask the audience. What do you guys remember? Do you remember this back in the day? Anyone from that time period? Especially.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to find someone maybe that's from the 50s or 40s that remembers that.
Mean older than me, Brian, right?
Right.
I was born in '63, so that means I'm kind of ancient.
Hey, I like what Frankie Aponte said. Guess what he said?
What?
This is heavy, Doc, or that's heavy, Doc.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Oh,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I want to talk about it, and I'm ME in there.
Brian, there's a song that's called by the Bare Naked Ladies. It goes, If I was born in the 40s, I'd be a teen in the 50s, and maybe I watched too much TV. That was one of the lyrics. So, like, it was kind of a reference to what I was saying. Like, back then, like, just having a black and white TV was a big thing. Like, let alone having, like, I don't know what it was in America, but I mean, I know up in Canada, we still had horses going up in the 50s. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't many cars.
Well, what's interesting, Frankie says, LOL, just watch Back to the Future today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that one.
Okay, that car is insane, though. So, what's the next me?
Well, I don't know if it's an ME, but it's kind of a mistake that they made. It has to do with the Honeymooner show.
All right.
That they messed up on. So, hold on, let me go backwards here again. Do you remember, okay, Brian, do you remember the scene where he goes back to 1955 and he's having dinner with his mother, his younger mother, and her family on the table? Remember that scene?
Yep.
Okay. Well, what do you remember watching on TV?
They were watching the
When they're
Spaceman.
sitting there, and, yeah, remember what they were watching?
The Spaceman.
Right. Well, here's the thing, Brian. That show shouldn't have been on at that time yet. It hadn't yet existed. The show they had on, they were showing it, and remember, they went back November 5th, 1955, am I correct?
Right.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go into the Honeymooners, and I want you to bring up the name of that show, and I want you to look at the date when it was really aired. That's going to freak people out. Google that. Google Honeymooners, the Spaceman. Wait till you see this. This is really going to blow your audience away.
The Man from Space was December 31st, 1955.
And when did he travel back that day?
November.
Not in December.
It was November 5th, 1955. But
so how can they be showing a brand new show if it hadn't yet came out yet for another month? Bing, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I think that's.
Are you following me there?
Yeah, I think that's a movie and television, and they call it an anachronism when something is out of sync with time.
Yeah, that show had not even been aired yet for another month. And remember when he says it's a rerun, and he goes, "It can't be a rerun. This is the first time it's on."
1.21
well, it shouldn't have been on yet for another month.
Great Scott!
Great Scott!
There you go, Corey.
21 gigawatts.
I still don't remember.
I have some strange animals to show you.
Well, you know that Emmy that I found with the when Marty walks in that little cafe.
The coins, yes.
The coins on the table. I don't remember that. And the guitar pick.
Or the guitar pick.
Yeah, that's strange.
Let's ask the chat for people who didn't hear about that one. You want to talk about the scene?
Well, and Brian S. even said that his guitar, when he was playing, is a lot smaller. It looks like a ukulele or something.
Yeah. All right, so what's the next Emmy? Oh, I know. Someone showed me a picture of mushrooms that look like people.
Oh, yeah, I was just sending you that. Hold on.
I want to see
that one right here.
Can I share that with everyone?
Now, Brian, are you telling me that Smurfs aren't people? Come on now.
I mean, okay, I'm not talking about Princess Toadstool here. I'm talking about.
I'm joking.
That look like people.
I just sent it to you. That was one of the others I was going to show you. You see it?
All right, hold on. Oh yeah, Human-shaped species of mushroom.
Human-shaped species of mushrooms discovered in the UK. You know about that one, Corey?
No. As far as what we've been covering, it seems like everything looks like a penis nowadays. Like those big, huge monuments that we seen there.
Gosh.
Where was that place again? It was some kind of park or something.
Just get credit for that, all right?
Earl Patrick Francis.
Yeah, he gets credit for that one. I actually wrote it down here.
People-shaped.
Human-shaped species of mushrooms. Yeah, Earl Patrick Francis. He's in my group.
Okay.
Again.
All right. So what's another Emmy?
All right. Let me see what I have here. Will you see the glass frogs? I think they're weird looking. Glass frogs.
Glass frogs.
Just Google glass frogs. Yeah, they're really weird looking. Like strange. I don't want to show some weird animals.
Okay,
glass frogs.
No way.
I was waiting for your response. A lot of weird animals out there.
Oh yeah, they're see-through. Look at that.
Yeah, they're
Tell me
see-through. Huh?
You can see their heart.
Yeah, I know. I have some more Emmys when you're ready.
Hey, what kind of frog?
Weird looking?
What kind of frog is Kermit? Is he a glass frog?
A green tree frog.
Really?
Is that what he's supposed to be? Is that what it's saying or not?
No, I don't know.
That's what I thought he was.
All right. So what's next?
Okay. So we have you can see the back of an owl's eyes through its ears. That's from Eva Once Upon a Timeline. I got a couple from her. Really bizarre.
You got a picture of one so we can see it?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Let me show Once Upon a Time on.
Okay.
I just got an email from Melissa K, and she said that Brazil looks like a big, you know what, elongated place.
I don't know where it's at in there. That's the problem. I don't know where it's at.
Do you know what date she shared it?
Yeah, I don't have that. You can always Google it and see if something comes up. But I've got some more from her. And actually, Eva's in my group as well, Brian. Just wanted everybody to know that.
Hold on.
Yep.
Whoa.
She finds a lot of bizarre things.
What the heck? Are you telling me you can see the owl's eyes through their ear?
Yep.
That's insane.
I know. That's a brand new Emmy. Have you heard about that, Corey?
No.
Peek at their visual system, showcasing the evolutionary adaptations in sight and hearing that make the birds so successful at stealth data collection initiative by
Look at that.
Project
You see its eye right there. The back of its eye.
OwlNet. In this effort, scientists and members of the public track this owl species to understand the bird's migration route. Snap photos of the gaping holes showing the bulging sacs of the animal's eyeballs, he told.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you heard it, right?
With all the radiation stuff, doesn't surprise me that there's mutations and stuff going on, right?
Yeah. I think we lost Theresa. That's insane. Owls.
Teresa's coming.
Yeah. I think we're calling it a night, guys.
All right, Brian.
Let me get her back in here real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Theresa. Theresa?
Brian?
Yeah. Oh man, you heard it right in the documentary.
Yeah, question. You know the Cheetos, the tiger on the front, the Cheetos thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember him ever having bright red hair?
No.
I'm sitting here eating Cheetos, and now his hair is like my hair color. I'm not even kidding.
No way.
Yes. You want to take a picture of it? Like seriously,
boy, whenever
Cheetos, and yeah, wait till you see this. This is gonna really freak you out.
It's not easy being cheesy.
Hey, hold on. His hair?
Let me take a picture of
Chester Cheetah.
Check this out. I just found a new Mandela effect, guys.
What?
Yeah, I'm sitting here eating Cheetos, and I'm like, what? Check this out. Look at my Cheeto bag.
Okay.
I'm serious. This looks crazy. I was looking at it going, something's wrong with that. Yeah, you see
Are you eating hot Cheetos?
No.
They have many bags though, don't they?
Okay. That one right there might be like a bike helmet. You sure it ain't like a bike helmet? I'm looking at photographs of him right now.
He's on a skateboard, so it could be, you know what? You're right. Maybe it is a cap.
I think it's a bike helmet. I'm looking at other photos.
Okay. Don't scare me
It's
like
okay.
that.
It's okay. So Chester Cheetah is fine for now. Thank goodness.
Okay. We can never know.
See, there's the one she's talking about.
So here's another Mandela
helmet.
effect. Turtles now eat dead rats. Speaking of food. A lot of animals are becoming animals that would normally don't be eating other animals are now eating other animals.
Wait, no. Turtles were herbivores.
Yeah, I know. A lot of that's been changing.
What? They're gonna eat Master Splinter. They better not eat Master Splinter.
Yep. It's been a lot of animals, like I said, that you don't think's gonna eat other meat is now starting to eat meat. And Eva's been talking about that a lot. It's disgusting.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see that. That's gross. Okay.
Yeah. My bet's on Michelangelo.
That have black holes in them.
That's Michelangelo. He's eating. His sensei. You know, like.
Theresa, would you say squirrels eat now? You say squirrels are eating animals?
Squirrels are eating rats now.
Squirrels eat rats too?
Yep. Squirrels are eating rats. Everybody's eating the poor rats. You got turtles eating rats, and you got squirrels eating rats. Poor rats that have no chance.
Red squirrels will eat. Let's see. Squirrels are known to eat animal products.
Eating rats. Yep.
A squirrel eating a mouse.
See it?
Here you go. What?
Crazy, huh?
No.
I love it when he does that.
All right, I think I've seen enough for tonight. Are there any other big Emmys, Theresa, to talk about, or should we save some of them for Friday?
I want to talk about a deep sea squid. Just a few more things to go. Also from Eva, a deep sea squid. I have no idea what it looks like, but supposedly it's an Emmy.
I thought they were all deep sea.
Yeah, they are.
Excuse me. Okay. Huh. All right.
And I have one more.
Okay.
I would like to know. Can you bring up the Mont Saint Michel? It's a castle that turns into an island at high tide. It's in Normandy. Google Normandy.
Paris to Mont Saint Michel.
Sain. It's really cool looking. I might want to read a little bit about it because it makes more sense.
So it turns into an island.
Yes. Yeah. M-O-N-T, Mont.
All right.
S-A-I-N-M-I-C-H-E-L, castle that turns into an island. High tide.
So it transforms into an island.
It's magical. There's the alignment of the moon and the sun. Beautiful lights.
Come to witness this unique spectacle. We're from around here, but it's the first time we've come to see the high tide. It's really stunning.
It's pretty. And to see
Yeah.
the tide fall,
Tides, eh?
magic. Because there's a side of the bridge.
As spectacular.
A little bit of global warming now, eh, mates?
Iconic Mount St. Michael turns into an island. It's a castle.
Isn't that cool, Brian?
At high tide. There you go. Nice. All right.
Hey, Brian, one last one. Can you share the purple squirrels? We'll go out with the purple squirrels since purple's my favorite color.
All right, there you go.
Yep, it's purple squirrels. Yep.
Squirrels.
Yep. The picture I want to know if you can is showing one in the cage.
But, said, well, it's died. Well, when they come out and looked at him, obviously it's not died because of the way it looked on him. It was, and his underbelly was even more purple.
The Pennsylvania squirrel now.
Man, I know what it is. Those mischievous teenagers spray painting them.
I don't think so.
It's been exposed, fell in something, something that dyed its fur.
People on the AccuWeather site have posted all sorts of theories. One woman wrote, "I know what happened. The squirrel robbed a bank and the dye pack exploded."
God. That's the most wildest explanation I've heard
Oh
so
my
far.
god. The kangaroo jumped in the pocket of his mother and ran away. Oh my god.
Well, Theresa, it's been a fun night, and thank you all for coming.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
birthday.
And this is how this is how I'm gonna finish celebrating my birthday. Is now I'm gonna eat my sub and watch a movie.
Oh, that's great.
My birthday.
Happy birthday again.
And
Keith, any
thank you, and I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in. And Brian, you want to do another one on Friday?
Yeah, we're gonna see what how many other effects we can find up until then. But
yeah, if we can get some more by Friday, we'll go ahead and do another show. Probably not as many as we did today. Well, you never know, depending on how many pop up. So,
and we'll be doing.
I had a great birthday with you guys, and thank you everybody for tuning in to the show. And
Hey, Theresa.
just keep watching.
Theresa, can you check on Preliminal?
Preliminal?
Yep.
Okay.
Before you go, I just wanted to sing a couple lyrics from Bare Naked Lady song for you, Theresa. I'm gonna change it up a little bit here. When you were born, you looked at me and said, "What a good girl, what a smart girl, what a pretty girl, yeah, yeah." That's it.
That's great, man. Congratulations on singing a wonderful song.
Yeah, well, just it was Theresa.
I don't know how that happened, but I will look into it.
All right, please do.
Weird. I'll look into it. I don't know what happened. But, if you are blocked, I'll unblock you. It might have been a mistake. Oops.
Oh man, that's gonna bring up that song in my head with what's her name?
I'll take care of that.
I did it again.
If you were unblocked, I'm sorry. I mean, if you were blocked, I'm sorry. But I will unblock you. I don't know what happened. That's strange. Yes,
All
all
right, so that's it. So that's it, you guys. Have a great Mandela Effect night. And
I hope you had a good birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday again, and good night to everybody, and good night, Brian.
Night, Keith.
Good night, Keith. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, it's always a great pleasure. And I'm always
And if
happy
you
to
need help,
come.
listen, if you need help with any of the skits, let audience out there send me your
Yeah, I would
skits.
love ideas, Brian, that, because collaboration is what I'm all about. Totally, I see us collaborating on some stuff. And even further than that, like even the documentary to just kind of like commemorate, it'd be something, I'm sure you can imagine what I'm talking about. It'd be something nice.
That would be great. We need to do something because we were supposed to have a movie already made for us by now, but it looks like we're gonna have to rely on ourselves.
Yeah. Well, we can do it. The cinematography that we're touching here is like top notch. So, we're not putting out garbage. That's for sure.
No, definitely not.
Wow.
Hey, thanks, you guys. Have a good night. Okay.
Yeah. Great night, guys.
God bless.
God bless
Good
everyone.
night, everybody.
Thank you. I enjoyed myself.
That's good, Theresa. I'm glad.